Hi everyone. I wanted to share with you a cute little Valentine card idea using my aqua brushes and some watercolor paper. I have my fine liners here that I wrote this little Be Mine. I have a paintbrush and I have a little bit of water. So this design is really simple and you kind of get a 3D effect. So let us see how you do that. So I'm going to take my aqua brush. They come in 10 colors. I have turquoise here. And the aqua brush you can actually use, let me just flip this over, so you can use it full color, right? Just like that on the watercolor paper or regular paper to color. And it is a really rich, vibrant color. But you can also use it with water. So to do the heart, you can sketch it out first very lightly with pencil, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to dip this in water because I want a very light pigment and I want it to move on the watercolor paper. And I'm going to fill it in. Now, you need a lot of water to keep that pigment light. So you can see I'm dipping it again. And then if I have too much water on here, I'm going to pick up my paintbrush and then dip this in and then carry over the pigment, the ink color, watercolor. I'm going to add a little bit here because I ran out. And just very simply do this kind of soft heart shape. Now, if you do not have enough water on here, this will be quite dark. So you do want to add a lot of water to your aqua brush to create that nice light value. So I'm not going to worry too much about the tones in this. I don't mind if it's a little bit uneven. I will just go with that. But if you want to spend more time working on the tones, you can do that. So then what you do is you let this dry completely. So let's take a dry one that I have. And you can make this many sizes. This little card is about 3 centimeters by 3 centimeters or 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches. And then we're going to draw paint with the aqua brush in full strength this border edge to give it a little bit of a 3D effect. So if this has to be dry. I'm not sure it's dry, so I'm going to wait a bit, but I'll show you on this other sample I have. And I'm going to start right at this edge here. So let's take a look at this. You see where I'm starting? Kind of on the right top of the curve of the heart, right there. I'm going to start with a small, let me just zoom in a bit. I'm going to make sure, actually first, that I want this to be dark, and it's still probably quite light with the water. So I'm going to color it out and get that pigment coming back in. Do you see it getting darker? Okay. And now I will just go along the edge like this and put on that darker edge so it's the same value but darker. So just touch it here and then round it out and then bring it all the way down and go straight across the bottom like that. Okay, and then I'm going to go over it again because I want it a little bit darker. I kind of messed up the top there. So this isn't even now. I've got to thin it out. That's a little bit better. There, do you see that? How it created that 3D effect. I think this is almost dry, so let's try it with the bigger one. And then we will write with our little sentiment. So with the bigger one, hopefully I get my pigment right. And then you can cut these out actually. You can cut them out and pop them up in a card, or you can just cut them out and glue them to something. So I'm going to come all the way down this edge. I want to keep this edge pretty straight, and I'm going to go straight across the bottom. See, it's straight across the bottom, and I'm going to come back up with that darker, darker pigment. And so if you don't have the aqua brushes, you could actually do this with watercolor. And you basically want the lighter value as the heart, and then the darker value as the one edge. There, like just like that. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is this one probably isn't quite dry, it's almost dry, so I'll use the small heart. And yet, of course, you can do any colors. You can change up the border, but I actually like the border to be the same, like a monochromatic effect. Okay, and then you can, with a fine liner, you can write a sentiment. So this one, I kind of wanted to look like a real candy heart, so I chose a red. It's a little bit dark. You can choose a pink instead and just write something. So I actually have my own set of fine liners. There's 10 in a pack. These will be available in my online store soon. They're all 0.5 width, 0.5 millimeters. Okay, so what are we going to write? I'm going to choose the blossom because it's the lightest color. And you can use a pencil for this. So let me just grab my pencil because I'm horrible for freehanding it and then kind of not liking what I did. So with the pencil, you can very lightly sketch whatever you want. Let's just do, what should I do? I'll just do you and me, like a U. You know, because candy hearts have those cute sayings on them. U plus, and the font or the print that I'm using is a very simple sans serif print because that's the kind of print you find on a candy heart. But you can definitely take your brush pens and have fun with this. And then you would just lightly trace over. And it's hard for me to do this nice and straight on video, but I'll do my best. Especially that E. There. So I can cut this out, make this cute, really tiny card. I can make it bigger like this. Any size goes. Look at, I have this huge one that I haven't done anything with. And just have some fun and play around with the candy hearts. Thanks for watching.